I am Lisa Lavoie, the eldest daughter. I have a geriatric care management and senior care consulting business. I have been in the field for over 30 years, and I would be happy to meet with you and help you learn all the ways that I can help you age in place safely as long as possible. So the eldest daughter concept is very much like kind of in the traditional family sense. A lot of times looking after for aging parents falls on the eldest daughter in the family. Think of any profession, right? You have a toothache. Where do you go? You go to the dentist. The dentist lays out the plan of care, decides the best way to treat your toothache. You go to an accountant, same thing, right? So coming to the eldest daughter, you present a problem. The problem may be that mom and dad are failing, or you yourself are failing. You know that they want to be at home, you want to be at home, but not really sure how to make that happen safely. So I like to say what I bring to the table is creative care planning. First, I need to make sure that I understand the elder's wishes. It may be that they want to be home. Maybe it's they don't want anybody bothering them, they just want to be left alone. Maybe it's, they're afraid. In most cases, what I find is that they're afraid to admit the things that they've been struggling with, because there's this inbred fear that we are going to tell them that they can't be at home anymore. My style is very much of conversation, just talking, getting to know them, and giving them that opportunity. But I also make some assumptions, and I always preface it with, I've been doing this a really long time.
Too many times in cases I'm aware of personally, the people wait until the last minute when there is no other choice but a nursing home. When is the proper time somebody should do this kind of planning?
Always now. It's never too early to start planning and to make those connections. You're very right. The majority of the time people wait until they're in crisis mode. I always tell people, you maintain much more control and choice. Like you have far more choices if you plan ahead than if you wait until that broken hip and you're in rehab and they're saying you're not going to be able to go back home. It's pulling through what can we get covered by Medicare, skilled services versus what are the finances like? Is there money for some private pay help? Is there not money for private pay help? If there's not, okay, what programs and services are out there that we can get people for free? My first go-to is always, what can I get you for free? What can I pull in that's not gonna cost you money? And again, pulling through that Rolodex in my head of, what we can do for somebody. I think the message that I would most want people to know is that they're not alone. So many people are struggling, particularly in the last year. It's do I put mom in assisted living, or will she be too isolated because of all the COVID restrictions? Can I take mom home with me, but I work, and what do I do? I mean, there's always an option. Sometimes it just takes a new lens to look at. I also find myself very often telling people, here's what I think. Here's my assessment, if you will. And they say, I've been telling mom that for 5 years now, but she doesn't listen to me. Sometimes having the expert come in, and it's not that parent-child dynamic. I'm neutral. I can say, I've been doing this a long time. here's how it works. I do a lot of coaching families on how to talk to their senior loved one about, and in a way that they'll listen, that they won't automatically feel defensive and negate everything that they say. So my level of expertise in knowing the dynamics and all of that, the whole package, is what helps.
Psychologist also?
Yeah, maybe just a little bit. But it's what helps me to get people in motion, one way or the other. So, you know, instead of spinning your wheels in the mud, trying to reinvent the wheel, I say I'm the get it done girl. Like, let's just figure out what we need to do and then get it done.
What's that email address again?
The Eldest Daughter USA @gmail.com.
Yeah.